Yeah, this is Point Black, coming in hard and off the card, coming with the flow straight to the barrio. So I hope they're up tonight listening so they can get some of this fire, you know what I'm saying, grease them up a little bit, you know what I mean, with the heat from the street, the facts, the crack backs, the boom bip to the line ass lips, and the flow from the barrio. This is how we do. This is PBNN, Point Black. National News, the late and the great edition, and the ghetto edition as well. You know what I'm saying? As we see. Now, today we see a lot of things as usual going on, as we always do, you know, and we find that, there comes a time where people have to start looking over more of what is the power that is over your head. Many games are played, and many things are said. Many people are leaders or have position of leadership, and it does not mean that their leadership means any good for the people. So the people have to start getting involved, you know what I'm saying, whether we like it or not, you know what I'm saying, and what proved that was COVID-19. You know, in many ways, it showed for the first time the actual overwhelming amount of power that's in the political arena. We must look at that. Same thing what proved that again was what took place during the so-called fake-ass insurrection, as they would call it. But to me, it was just another set of bullshit in their corner. But we don't need it. What we need to do now is start to look at everything from its whole perspective, especially when it comes to, your health. That's one of the most important things that we must fight to keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's your health. It doesn't matter what you are doing. You know what I'm saying? As long as you care about life and life itself, then your health should be number one. In all ways and many ways. Even certain things you eat has to change. But at the same time, so does the habits or what we see is being driven into the minds of the people based on leadership putting it into the minds of the people through their schematical moves. That is something that we must pay more close attention to, because anyone that sits on top the keys to nuclear armament and also the Army, the Air Force, the Navy, the Marines, and all that, which black people should have had by now, you know what I'm saying? And they're in control of all these things when they decide to go co-op or satanic, which they probably have been for many years anyway. You know what I'm saying? Many of the conspiracy leading to even many other things that might not be within our district. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we see that. We see that. So we have to look at things from its perspective, you know what I'm saying? So now today we see the CDC head, U.S. is ripe to have a potential, to have potentially a severe flu season. Well, that seems to be a norm in many ways. You know what I'm saying? But now we see an update where we have, you know what I'm saying, a DVC member, family involved in, a Fantasyland brawl, obsessed with Florida State's prosecutor for not pressing criminal charges. As we see, you know, people have to start looking at things from a more better perspective when you really look at it. Seems like everybody going wild these days. Now we see Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, this position is the October surprise no one was expecting. You know what I'm saying? Okay, as we see, so shall it be. You know what I mean? We see that Trump is still under fire, still under the gun, still under a whole lot of bullshit. And this is what I'm talking about when we talk about leadership. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for Biden and the demon Democrats and the garbage they have done in our country for many, many years. But following a number of details, the New York District Judge has ordered Donald J. Trump to sit for a disposition hearing for a defamation lawsuit stemming from allegations he raped a woman. And how long you're gonna keep running that same old bullshit story? Because one thing they love to do is put those type of things on you anyway. So you have to look at those type of things. You know what I mean? When they come with a whole lot of that garbage. You know what I'm saying? You know, and even when you look at when they say that Trump meltdown on True Social after Judge blasts his attempts to run out of the clock. You know what I'm saying? So he's still on a lot of fire. You know what I mean? And we have to see that. And if people is not going to step up and do something based on the fact of understanding the control and power that's over your head, we must put the people that needs to be there that's going to do the job for the people. It cannot just be the same set of people doing the same set of things. You know, excuse me. And we see anger as DeSantis ease voting rules in Republican areas hit by the hurricane. Well, we gotta do what we gotta do. I wonder what strategy that may be. We must keep our eye on that one as well. You know what I'm saying? But we see a lot of different things that's going on because we see one here coming from the Morning Joe. George Carney nails the shortest distance between Donald J. Trump and the orange jumpsuit, such as his head and, you know, so forth on. You know what I mean? But to me, I don't see no orange jumpsuit, and I don't see none of that bullshit in the making because it really doesn't make much sense at all. You know what I'm saying? You just want to make sure that he does not run for the 2024 election and get back in as U.S. President of the United States. You're too concerned with protecting their evil ground. You know what I'm saying? But we see Morning Joe, he's sitting up there dropping a couple of balls of a melody, looking like, you know, a big dummy. You know, sitting with the Morning Joe. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why a lot of these commentary people sometimes have the certain say certain stuff, but other people don't. You know what I'm saying? But we see the host of Morning Joe, you know what I'm saying, Scarborough, Burrow or whatever, and Mike, I ain't saying your last name, Thursday, George Carney nailed down what he called the shortest distance between Donald J. Trump and an orange jumpsuit. The lawyer is a former Trump ally and estranged husband to Kanye or whatever, was on the morning news program to weigh in on Trump's, you know what I'm saying, deceptive campaign campaign funding, and where the money may actually be coming from. Nobody gives a flying crap, fat idiot. Nobody gives a flying crap about that. You know what I mean? He sit up there talking a lot of yin yang patty whack, give a dog a bone, but he ain't really saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? We see here many people are still out there doing the same thing. And we see here when Mayor Adams said that they should stop sending buses to New York. But why? Why should they stop sending buses to New York, Mr. Q-Ball, Greasy Head Adams? You know what I'm saying? They should send all of them here because you're a demon Democrat in New York and you agreed right along with the open border policy, you, Kamala, and all the rest of you. So therefore, any load of what you call migrants, I call the Latino people, you know what I'm saying, or I call them, you know, the cultural people of the mix of the group. But you shouldn't be mad because you, Kamala, and all the rest of you were preaching open border policy for many years. I'm sure that has been part of your policy as well, such as Kamala. So therefore, when this happens, you're not really saying too much to us other than you seem like you're just playing along with the game as to make us think that you're doing something. But I'm still asking, why are you getting paid? Or why are you even in that position? And see, this is what I'm talking about. This goes for even our own color-skinned people who may be in political games up in that office. We have to look at them as well.